Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a couple of years now. It's been way too long. And, well, today I kind of wanted to talk about two things. One is briefly what I've been doing, and then two, the main topic of this video, which is games. I love talking about games. So, before we get into anything, though, I wanted to just say that I've noticed that some of the view counts of my videos are still going up and people are still watching them. Obviously, it's not crazy numbers, but, you know, I'm a small channel. I never really expected anything. So I kind of appreciate it that you guys are still watching them. And you guys have left a few comments saying, are you coming back? What's been going on? And I thank you guys for that. So, you know, for anyone who cares, very briefly, basically what happened was I was spreading myself too thin in different aspects of my life. I was trying to further my career, I was trying to play games, I was trying to pursue other hobbies, and I was trying to make videos, and nothing was getting done. I was just spreading myself too thin, as I just said. So, I realized I had to cut one of them out, and it was a tough decision, but I kind of made a conscious effort, like, listen, I have to advance my career. I don't have to, but I really love playing games. I don't want to ever let that go. So, the videos had to go, at least in the way I was making them, because I was writing scripts and that sort of stuff, and it was taking up a lot of time. So, yeah, that's sort of what happened, and since then, my life has completely transformed. I'm not even in my country anymore. I'm a student abroad. I'm doing lots of things. I'm very busy. But, I don't know, I just kind of felt like talking about games tonight. And I got some games here. These are the games that I have here abroad. So I have more games at home, obviously, but I brought these games because they make me happy or I wanted to play them, that sort of thing. So I think, first off, I'll start by talking about the games I have played, maybe briefly talking about them, and then going into some of the games I haven't played, very, very briefly, just maybe showing them off. So I'll start with the ones that I have played. This one here, Cruise and Blast. I've only actually played an hour of this one, so maybe not a good one to start off with, but it seems like a pretty good arcade racer from what I've tried. And now this is one I've played quite a bit of. Triangle Strategy. I've gotten one ending. I've gotten the Frederica ending for this one. I thought this was incredible. I'm going for the true ending now. If you like strategy RPGs, definitely play this game. It's a love letter to anyone who likes and appreciates the genre. The gameplay is fantastic. The story is fantastic. The characters are great. Definitely check this one out. The choices are excellent too. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I have kind of a weird relationship with the Ace Attorney series, but even this one actually, I thought the first one was kind of hit or miss, but by the end of it, I started to like it. I thought Case 3 was good. I thought Case 5 was good. I haven't played the second one yet, but I have higher expectations for that. I feel like the first game was the build off, so I'm looking forward to the payoff. Pokemon Arceus Legends. This game has really brought my passion for Pokemon back. I finished this one. I thought it was amazing. The idea that you could walk around and catch Pokemon, I think that's fully realized what the initial idea of the series was, and it was incredible. And by the way, catching Pokemon while you're exploring, like throwing the Pokeball, was so much fun. I got no idea why they got rid of that in Violet. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. This was pretty fun. I think it might even be the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. You could basically play all the different stories from the anime, the different ones that have come out. And yeah, I think it's really well done. You could build a deck too. I believe there was online play. I put quite a bit of time into this one, and it wasn't wasted. Pokemon Violet, I think it was kind of unfairly criticized. I didn't run into as many glitches as some people did. Mind you, it might be because I played a physical copy on my Switch's internal data, so that could have been the reason, but I thought it was incredible. The story was really good for a Pokemon game. The new designs were great. I'm a big fan. Rune Factory 5, so similar idea. I think the hate's kind of overblown for this one. Yeah, it definitely has performance issues, but at its core, it's still a very competent Rune Factory game. Blue Reflection, so this one is still sealed. I played the Steam version of this. I managed to snag the reprint with Video Games Plus, and I really appreciate that, that they reprinted it. I think this game is pretty good, maybe a little underrated. It's The story is quite good, actually. The characters are likable. The battle system, at its core, is not bad. It's a little bit too easy, but I think that's the main issue with the game. And the level up system is a bit weird. Alien Isolation. So, to be honest, I found this game a little boring. I played like 2 hours of it, so maybe I could play some more, but wasn't particularly impressed by it. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. Now, I'm a big fan of this one. I thought the story was excellent. I love the camera gameplay. Just overall, this game is really good. I would recommend it for anyone who likes horror. Kingdom Hearts Recom. So I have a bit of a hot take on this game, which is that it's quite good. I love the card system. I think the story is really good. Just overall, I think it's a very unique idea. I'm not quite sure why it gets so much hate. I think part of it is people not understanding it. Call of Duty World at War, pretty good game. I remember I played some of it, a decent amount online. MP40 was broken, but it was kind of fun to use. Okay, some PS1 games. Threads of Fate. I really like this game. I think it's kind of underrated. The story is quite good. Gameplay a little bit jank. The platforming elements definitely annoying, but this game has soul. It really does. The female MC Mint is really good. I'm not done with this one yet, but I'm a fan. Whoops. Okay. So, next one, Parasite Eve. I love this game. It's basically like a Resident Evil RPG, and I gotta say that's incredible. I think that's a brilliant idea, and I've heard the second game is not like an RPG. They kind of toned down, so that's a little disappointing. That's probably why I haven't gone around to it yet. Well, this game, gameplay was fire. The story was good. The MC Aya, really good. Digimon World 3. This is actually the first RPG I've ever played. I have quite a bit of a soft spot for this game, but I've never beaten it. It was a little bit hard for me as a kid. Maybe one day. Resident Evil 2. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think this is better than the remake. I don't think tank controls are that bad. I think it's really just... It still feels really nice to play. The puzzles are good. It's nice. The horror is good. I just think this is a timeless classic. Final Fantasy Tactics. Sadly, I've forgotten most of the story of this one. But I do remember really liking the gameplay, getting into it. I want to replay it. I'm just holding off because of the rumored remake. So hopefully we hear about that soon. Ape Escape. I played this on my Steam Deck recently. Unfortunately, the jewel case is a little cracked here, but very fun game. You know, this series is just super addictive, and the gameplay is just excellent. And Ape Escape 3, in particular, is a fantastic game, but this one's good too. Final Fantasy X 10-2. So I brought this mainly if I wanted to play 10-2 eventually, because I haven't. 10 is, to me, one of the best Final Fantasy games. Excellent gameplay, excellent story, excellent all around. And I'm hoping I could do 10-2 eventually. Pokemon Platinum. This is my favorite Pokemon game. Yeah. That's about it. It's around the time when I got into competitive Pokemon. I put several hundred hours into this one. Inazuma 11 2 Firestorm. So, I like soccer quite a bit. I like RPGs. So you think a soccer RPG would be perfect for me. Unfortunately not. I'm just not huge on this one. I think the characters talk a little too much, and I don't really like them. That's basically it. The gameplay is okay, but it gets a bit repetitive. The World Ends With You. This is a DS classic. I really liked this game when I played it. Sadly, a lot of it I've forgotten. I want to replay it and then try the sequel at some point. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. This is a great Yu-Gi-Oh! RPG. I'm a fan of this game. It's a little bit grindy, and I think part of the issue is that when you grind, you only get like, even if you're further in the game, you still get the same amount of XP or like points, basically the equivalent of XP. So that really slows down your progress. But overall, very solid game, very fun. Skies of Arcadia Legends. I've played like maybe 10 hours of this one. Really great game. It's been kind of put on hold just because, I don't know, life gets in the way sometimes. This is definitely one I want to finish one day, maybe even restart. The MC is really cool, too. Now some copies of Umineko. Obviously, I read it in English on Steam, but it's nice to own physicals since this is, to me, the greatest piece of media ever made. Read Umineko if you haven't already. Similarly, I'm a big fan of Ryukishi's other work, Higurashi. So it's nice to own. It's nice to own copies of that. Even though I think Umineko is better overall, I think Higurashi Chapter 6 is the greatest piece of work that Ryukishi has ever made. Super Mario Sunshine. This game is definitely a massive pain in the ass to play sometimes, but God, the vibes are immaculate. So those are the games that I've played. Now I'm going to more briefly go over the ones I haven't played or haven't put too much time in. Soul Hackers 2, I know the reception hasn't been the best, but I'm hoping I enjoy it. I do like what I've seen of it, so I'm hoping this is one where people were wrong about. Halo 3, I actually did play this once, maybe for like an hour. Don't particularly remember much about it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force 4, I've heard this is one of the better PSP Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, so hopefully I'll give this a shot one day, and in particular, I love 5Ds, so I think I'd enjoy this one. Final Fantasy 3, I've heard some mixed things about this one. I do want to play it eventually, but I think Final Fantasy 1 is a higher priority among the ones I haven't played, which include the first 3 games. Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, I've heard this is a great DS RPG. Spectrobes, I haven't played. I want to play this one. I don't actually know much about it. Is it some sort of monster collecting game? Yeah, I gotta look into this one more, but I do want to play it. I've heard good things. This is a game I actually have played. I put it in the wrong pile. 999, great visual novel. It's the best game in the Zero Escape series, in my opinion. Good routes, good plot twists. I think it's just a nice. I think it makes for a great standalone story, and I'm not quite sure if making it into a series was the best idea. Okay, Rune Factory and Rune Factory 2. I got these because I wanted to own every Rune Factory game. I do want to play these eventually. They're not the highest priority right now, though. Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. I was a big fan of SMT4, so I want to get around to this one eventually. We'll see. Ice Hockey, I don't know, I don't even know why I have this. I'm not sure when I'll ever play it. Actually, I did actually try it on emulator once, and you know what, it is quite a good game. I could see the appeal. Yeah. Eternal Eyes, I believe this is a strategy RPG. I heard it's kind of a hidden gem. Definitely want to try it eventually. We'll see how it is. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I like Crisis Core a lot. I'm hoping this version's even better. Harvestella, I played the demo of this one. Really enjoy it. It really impressed me. I've heard the full game is pretty good as well, so I'm looking forward to this one. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I like farming games in general, and I think I'd enjoy this one. Shin Megami Tensei 5 has been getting a lot of criticism lately, but I am pretty curious about it. I hope I like it more than, the general consensus. Nexamon, this seems like a Pokemon clone. I'm not sure how good it is, but I just kind of saw it on Amazon one day, and it piqued my curiosity. Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. I've only actually played the PS2 version of Final Fantasy XII, but I did like that one, so I expect to like this one even more. So yeah, I hope I do. Blue Reflection Second Light, really looking forward to playing this one because I like the first game. Chrono Cross, yeah, I want to play this one. I like Chrono Trigger quite a bit. I hear this is not like Chrono Trigger at all, but generally I've heard pretty good things about it. Labyrinth of Refrain, again, I think this is some sort of dungeon crawler, and I think this one in particular, dungeon crawler fans really praise it. I think this one's the one to play if you want to try dungeon crawler. Neo: The World's End with You, I mean, I want to play this, I kind of already explained that. Shadowverse Champions Battle, this is a card game RPG type thing. I played the demo, enjoyed it quite a bit. Definitely want to play more of this at some point. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I love Platinum. I'd have to give this a shot eventually. I've heard mixed things, but I want to play it. Sonic Frontiers, it seems like this is the first good Sonic game in a long time, so I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the idea of getting like a Mario strategy RPG or strategy type game is pretty appealing for me, so I'm hoping to check this out at some point. Skyward Sword HD, I love Skyward Sword on the Wii. I expect this to be even better. I love that this game got another chance. I think the reputation it has is kind of unfair. I think this is the best Zelda game, which is kind of a hot take. I don't expect many people to agree with that, but I think it is a very good game. Tactics Ogre Reborn. So I tried Let Us Cling Together on the PSP. Didn't particularly like it because of the class system. Like when you get a new character of a new class, you have to start at level 1 again, but I believe this has fixed it, so I'm looking forward to that. Golden Sun, I mean, it's a beloved Game Boy RPG. Curious about it. Advance Wars, I'm waiting for the Switch version of this, if Nintendo ever decides to bring it out. But I don't know what's going on with that. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. Oh yeah, I already talked about that. This is just the cartridge. And lastly, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Haven't played this one yet. Hopefully one day. Alright, so that's most of my collection here. I got a lot more games at home. Maybe one day I could share that with you guys as well. But if you watched up to this point, just wanted to say thank you. As for uploads, you know, I'm not like a YouTuber or anything. Like, you could even tell by the quality of this video that it's not a high quality video, but I'm someone who likes talking about video games, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like making this one. But there's no upload schedule. I might just, you know, fuck off again for a year or two, or I might just upload something low effort where I could just, like this, just put games in front of the camera, or like talk over a screen. Maybe every now and then I'll do something like that. But I am on Twitter. I mean, I'm sure the vast majority of you guys know about my Twitter account. But if not, I'll put a link to that in the description. If you want to talk to me there, just shoot me a follow, reply to my tweet, send me a DM, do whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty chill place. I appreciate you guys watching these videos, and thank you. Hope you all have a good day.